Hey Innisfil, it's time to cook dinner again. Today we're having coleslaw, roasted potatoes, and baked chicken in the oven with a coffee rub on it. So let's get cooking. Our finished meal is baked chicken, baked potatoes, and coleslaw. These are the ingredients we'll use to make the dressing for our coleslaw. So starting with half a cup of mayonnaise, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of vinegar. We're also going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt and 1/2 of a teaspoon of black pepper. We're going to mix it like our life depends on it. Okay, now we're going to mix it like our coleslaw depends on it. Add the coleslaw into a bowl. You might want to choose a larger bowl than I did. It made it a little tough to mix. Put your dressing in on top. A little light tossing action. That looks good. Well, we're going to add the lid and we're going to shake it. Now these are the ingredients we're going to use in our coffee rub. Okay, we've got 2 tablespoons of coffee beans, 1 tablespoon coriander, 1 tablespoon of cumin seeds, and 2 tablespoons of peppercorns. We're going to grind them up. Okay, now to everything we just ground up, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of chili pepper, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, 2 tablespoons of paprika, and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And now we mix, 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 more mixing, keep mixing, almost mixed, almost mixed. Time to do the whole chicken. In my family, some of us like dark, some of us like light, so this is really cost effective to get it all done in one meal. We're going to go ahead and we are going to take a very sharp knife. We're going to determine where the spine is. You're going to put all your body weight behind that very sharp knife and you are going to cut the spine out of the chicken. It's actually a lot easier than you think, but use a very sharp, big knife, Press down on the breasts. And I like to separate ours because eventually they need to be cut anyway, and I already have a cutting board all dirty and a knife all dirty at this point anyway. So I'm just cutting our pieces. I cut the breasts too because I'm a heathen. Everybody has one of these pans. We're going to be using it to bake our chicken. Mine came with the oven. We're going to start with adding salt to both sides of the pieces of chicken. We're going to follow that up with adding rub onto both sides of the chicken. You'll notice I don't actually rub it. I'm counting on the wet pieces of chicken to adhere with the dry rub that I'm just sprinkling all over it. And it's super important that you're not adding salt to your rubs. That means that you have a lack of control for how much salt you're actually going to add to your food. And if you decide you like the flavor and you want more of the spice flavor to come out, you'd have to add more rub, which means inherently adding more salt to your food. So rather than do it together, keep them separate. We're going to have to move this to the lightning round. They're getting hungry.
And she's peeling potatoes. Look at those potatoes. They're glorious. Such an awesome yellow color. And have you ever seen such potato peeling action before? It's so swift. In fact, these are fingerlings. She could have avoided peeling them altogether, but she already put it in the instructions. Almost done. Almost there. Nearly complete. Save all the peelings. Of course she would. Chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. More chopping. Faster chopping, please. Chop, chop. Put it in the bowl. Olive oil, paprika, lots of garlic powder, salt, 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 mix, mix, mix. That is a sheet of parchment paper over the baking sheet.
Time to set the oven. I'm going to use the convection bake mode. I'm going to set it to 350 and hit start. And now I'm going to set a timer for myself for 30 minutes to remind myself to turn over the chicken, mix the potatoes, etc. And since I had already started the oven for a few moments, just for safety, I'm putting on some oven gloves and I'm going to rearrange the inside racks so that One of the racks is a little higher up to give me a bit more space in between the two. And now in goes the chicken. Looking glorious. In goes the potatoes. Now we do whatever we want for half an hour. Anything we want. Through the magic of the internet, it's been half an hour. Mix, mix. Mix, mix, mix. Turn them over. They're getting a good old side on, so I wanted to make sure that they were all turned over and given a new opportunity here. Very, very diligently flipping them all over. And now we're gonna flip over the chicken. We're gonna wash our tongs after this. Through the power of the internet, it has been 15 minutes again. Look at those potatoes. They look absolutely amazing. Back in they go. Chicken flipped over again. Nice clean tongs. We're gonna clean them again after this anyway. Chicken goes back in. We're gonna reset the oven now for 425. A little confused, but I can get there. 425, we're gonna hit start. And now we're gonna set the timer for 15 minutes. But your oven and my oven may vary, so we're gonna check it. I ended up pulling mine off about 4 minutes early. And then I thought to myself, those potatoes looked so good, I didn't wanna risk them. So I transferred them to a bowl, covered it in aluminum foil, and I just set them aside to keep warm until dinner was ready. And look, it's the power of the internet. Dinner is ready. We're looking for 165 Fahrenheit in the thickest part of the thigh or the thickest part of the breast. They were both ready, so time to plate up and feed the hungry masses. That's dinner, folks. You're ready to roll. I hope you enjoy it. That's it. My family is restless. Time to eat. Innisfil, it's time for dinner again. And if you have a stomach and you're used to putting food in it, now it's time to cook the food. Viper.